to a 115-pound frame. El Nino de Oro, Jorge Linares, one of the greatest fighters in the history of Venezuela, who won his first world title back in 2007.
It'll be ding-ding.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from San Antonio, Texas, introducing the 2-division champion of the world, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Barinas, Venezuela, a renowned 3-division champion of the world, Jorge Linares.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this. Here we go for round 1. The jab doesn't quite connect. Beautiful counter punch. He misses with that jab. These two fighters are made for one another. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Fighters love being in this venue as the audience is right on top of you, and they will be bringing the heat tonight. They are ready to watch this showdown.
God, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. If you're that party coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. And that'll do it. Linares is down. Wow, let's take another look at that.
A shot from the gods took him out.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow, get to...
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be... On to the second round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. And he scores with the counter. Good counter punch. And he misses with that straight left. Nice counter. They both want the knockout. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
You are fighting the swarmer. Be smart, be sharp. Concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
You'd like to see more jabs. And that hook misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow.
On to the third. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Swing and a miss with the jab. One punch could change everything in this battle. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The jab doesn't quite connect. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
Just getting back into this, you're better than this kid. Go back out there and win.
The gaps will appear and he'll start tiring up. Good work, you.
And then we go again. Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Come on, you've let him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy. You're much better.
The jab's working.
There's the bell for round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Those counter punches have to hurt. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Misses with the straight left. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter punch caught him clean. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Somebody...
Time for the 5th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. When are we going to see a jab from these two? We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
So much firepower here. Jab misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? This is the beginning of round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Ooh, bam. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That's not...